Hello, everybody. Welcome to session. Matthew, what session? 18?
Dude, I don't know.
Well, tell me right now.
Let's check the YouTube.
Okay, it's session 18. Welcome, everyone, to session 18. Last time I Radiant Shield. The party saw the start of the scuffle going on outside of the cathedral and decided to go inside and hunt down the leader of the Burning Hand. Getting over the wall with ease, they are able to make their way into the cathedral grounds. Entering what seemed to be some sort of washroom, the team planned their next moves after seeing a group of Burning Hand members out in the hallway. Several ideas were proposed as attacking immediately, a diplomatic option, and a diplomatic option involving attacking. However, Trill, for some reason, unbeknownst to everyone else, went quiet for a minute. And the party eventually, for some reason, decided to go with the diplomatic option, sending Whiskey out to try and talk to the Burning Hand members, trying to convince them that he and a friend were injured in the fighting and that they needed help. Whiskey was set aside in a room, told to wait there until further assistance was needed, while one Burning Hand member investigated the scene, not able to find Whiskey's friend and being locked outside. Eventually, more guards arrived, and the party decided it was now or never to attack. It was a struggle, with some larger hits scaring certain party members, but overall they were able to quite efficiently deal with the attack. However, several of the members that they were fighting ran away. Whiskey chasing one downstairs with the help of Trill, and one escaping into the main area, rallying more guards. These guards quickly swarmed Alex and Richard as they were trying to barricade a door, and the party was sucked back into combat. Exhausted, low on resources, the situation started to deteriorate. And that is where we're going to pick up the session. However, we are not going to pick up on the battlefield. I do not want to waste anyone's time here today, and you would all die if we did that. So, here's what happens. The party continues to fight against the armed guards, slowly being overwhelmed over time. Several of the casters being stuck in a room, trapped in by encroaching guard members, while Alex, Richard try to fend off other members pouring into the hallway. And that is when the session truly begins.
Where are we? Okay.
Spicy.
Oh. Everyone's equipment is missing. Known spellcasters have their hands bound and their mouth gagged.
There's a lot of Richards.
Is there?
Yeah.
There's 1, 2,
There was-
3, 4, 5, 6,
my God.
7. There's 7 Richards I'm counting.
Huh, that's
God.
weird. because there's only one. And
multiplying.
just,
He
Y'all
can
multiplied.
see?
He ate,
Oh, I can
Richard
see.
asexually reproduced.
Yeah.
for some
He started
reason,
budding.
It counts
there wasn't.
1, 2, 3.
This makes
4,
sense.
5.
I don't know why I can't see them.
do we ignore
Hmm.
them?
Oh,
Oh,
we're gonna slowly start getting rid of them.
they're
there
gone.
we
They're
go.
gone.
There we
Oh,
go.
only one left.
Oh, it's the
Yep.
tiefling. It's the Sorry.
Everyone's awakens. Your field of view is obscured by the walls. You can see some other things, but certain groups cannot see certain things. But you do awaken. Yeah, I mean, you can move cell to cell, see what everyone's initial reaction is. Start with Edgerm Trill.
And he looks at Troll.
You trying to do that is not going to help at all. Are my hands bound, or is it just his?
Just
stuff?
his.
I'm just going to pull the thing out of his mouth for now.
Fuck.
He's not gone. Oh well.
Ben, was everybody, I assume obviously we were forced into submission. Was everybody
Yeah.
conscious? Barring whiskey, obviously. Was everybody at least conscious, or were we like knocked out and taken?
So slowly over time, some of you might have just surrendered or tried to escape and were knocked out. Eventually, all of you were knocked out, no matter
Okay.
where in the fight. Some of you were taken down. Some of you surrendered and then were knocked out.
Gotcha. Just, whiskey went down. I just hope it's all right.
I doubt they let him die. Not at least the way they talk. They're not the kind of people to do that. So oh wait, there's nobody at this table.
Nobody right now.
Okay.
Sorry. They've been moved.
Okay. Is everyone awake?
Let's say call out several 30 seconds to a minute beforehand what Alex and Dro wake up in their own cell.
Does Jiro have like or mask?
No.
I assume not. Okay, I assume not. So
You're
yeah,
gagged
both of our
and down.
yeah, both of us are gagged.
Yes.
Down.
Yes.
I think Jiro would be semi freaking out. Like he would like almost like Undertaker like rise. And then just like almost freak out before noticing Alex.
Alex is
And
sitting
then-
on like the thing with her head down.
Like the Senji like Evangelion.
Dude, I don't know. My head's down.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe.
Not much happening in this cell, unfortunately. No communication can happen. As you don't see anything else. You do see out of the corner, you can see another cell. See what's happening inside of that one. Squall and Whiskey. You awaken. Squall. Gagged. Hands bound.
Whiskey, whenever he wakes up / woke up, just like opens his eyes, sees the bars and like Squall next to him, and Richard and the other guy across the way, and just closes his eyes and lays his head back down.
Squall's gonna just try and pull the gag out of his mouth with like his.
For
bound
you,
hands.
it's a little harder because it is in your beak.
Bro, do you not have like some small sharp teeth in your beak?
It's actually just like a wrap around
That's
your.
kind of what I figured. Yeah.
Oh, that's
just
bad,
keeping it
yeah.
closed.
That's like a muzzle.
Yeah.
It's just a ball gag.
So it's a little harder for you.
Nope.
Yeah, I'll try and play with it, get it off, see if I can like.
Yeah,
pick
you're
at,
you're
like, the
playing with
leather.
it. It's just like how you're. It's really hard. with how eventually, yeah, you do hear everyone hears Trill call out. Is everyone here?
I guess Whiskey's still asleep, right?
You saw
Well,
Whiskey look up, look around, and then he just put his head down and closed his eyes.
Yep.
There's one.
Yeah. Squall and Squall and Whiskey can see Richard and a tiefling.
Yeah.
Squall's here too,
Alright.
and Richard.
Alright, then. I'm guessing the other two are here. You're the Alex, Dro, you're bound, right? Hit something.
With that, Dro's gonna hit the bars.
Alright, good enough.
A metal clang reverberates through the room.
At least we know we're all here. No one's dead.
Dro's gonna also try to take the gag off if she can.
Yeah, you try. It's with the way your hands are currently bound. It would even be difficult to impossible if you weren't. If your hands weren't tied up, you just can't seem to do it. Eventually, hear the sounds of opening doors and Whiskey and Squall first see a group enter, leading the group. Familiar face, the headmaster of the Burning Hand. I see that you've all awakened. You caused quite a stir in the cathedral.
That was kind of the plan. What's going on with the fighting?
You don't need to concern yourself with that.
I do.
I can assume that you were sent down here by your governess. Some sort of
No.
attempt to...
Not at all. If you were thinking I was here to take the tiefling, I wasn't. I was trying to stop the fighting. I was get here and get in so I could talk to you. It's the only reason we went through the rough way.
I am here to speak and to listen. The bloodshed can end at any moment when the governess's men choose to. Your word might carry some weight.
Might carry some. Listen, I didn't want this fighting to start from this. I was hoping it would mainly stay in a stalemate before the order was sent out. There's a lot going on right now that I don't have enough info on. I don't know what's happening outside or inside. Outside the town or inside the brain. What's the section that the governess is in called?
It's the fortress.
The fortress, yeah. I don't know what's going on inside the fortress, and I don't know what's going on outside the city. And that's where my only two superiors are at the moment.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you've been kept in the dark.
I don't care about being in the dark. I care about stopping the bloodshed.
Well,
I came to ask you to call off your men, and in the same time, I was going to try to call off mine.
Unfortunately, my men are merely defending themselves. To call off my men would be to ask them to lay down their lives.
As I said, I wouldn't let my men attack either. I'd gladly lay my life on that.
I'm certainly glad that you would say such things. Well, at this moment, I do not believe a stalemate can be. This conflict can be resolved by words alone.
What is happening in the battle? Well, I want to know what is happening outside.
Well, the battle is being carried out outside. The city guard are being held off. They have been attempting to breach the cathedral for some time with little success. But it's only a matter of time until the rest of the Burning Hand forces that were out in the residential district rally back to the cathedral and put this fighting to an end.
At that point, they wouldn't be defending themselves, would they?
Well, we did not start this bloodshed, but we will end it to ensure that the people of this city are safe. Your governess doesn't seem very interested in keeping people safe.
I'm not so sure about that. I'm not sure you're very interested in keeping people safe either.
Well,
As you probably aren't aware of, I'm not directly from this place. So I don't know everything that goes on here. I just know what I've been assigned to do, what I know about the situation within and without the city. And as for you, your group is probably one of the biggest enigmas to me.
I think the Nuders have not been listening. We have made our mission very clear throughout the days that you have been in this city.
Words are not something he can rely on with many people.
I'm sorry you have little trust. But unfortunately, that is what you have to go on. The actions of the Sons are leading the undead to the city. They've placed magical symbols across this entire city along the outer wall.
I've seen them. I know about the symbols.
Good. They're a threat that the city seems to ignore in favor of fabricating scandal.
That depends on your point of view.
What is yours?
Some people, I don't have one. I don't have enough information. I've been trying to get as much as I can. I can go off your words, I can go off what I've seen of you, but that's only a small portion. I haven't seen what you do behind the doors. I don't know anything really about the Sons except for what you say and what little information I've gotten off of contacts.
Well,
So to be fair with you, I have no real bias towards either group. I'm just merely doing my job and trying to find out as much as I can. There is a saying that a lot of people go by that those who speak the loudest are the most extreme. Maybe you just draw too much attention to yourself, and it makes the governess think you're a threat.
There is a inkling of truth in that statement.
And how much do you know about these magic symbols the Suns have been putting up? What if there are ways that are attempts to ward against the undead? Have you talked or asked any of them of this, or are you just assuming their symbol is their wards are what's bringing the undead here?
That is certainly a claim that they have made.
What makes you so sure that they're the ones bringing it in? Just because there are symbols around? Your symbols are everywhere. What's to say you haven't magically enchanted them to attract undead? What's to say someone within the government hasn't done it?
Quite. Turns, walks over here to the cell. Please. One of the guards steps up, spear out, just comes and cuts the cuts the rope that's keeping you your mouth from the gag, cuts the gag for Dro. And what do you think is happening here, dear?
A lot of things. In fighting really isn't any of my concern, but it is the concern of these people that I need help.
You do need help, yes. They do need help, don't they? What do you think is the threat here?
The undead.
Good. Well, if you believe the undead are the threat, then I would suggest that you do not associate with government pawns.
Well, I'll decide for that myself.
Merely a suggestion. Walks away, over to the next cell. And you, sir? What is your opinion on this situation? What's happening here in this great city?
Is he talking to
Whiskey.
Richard or Whiskey? Oh.
Who do you trust here? Silence, I see. Well, maybe your companion would be more vocal. Please. Motions to one of the guards. The guards. Mage, approach the bars, if you will.
Nope. Wrong selector.
Wow.
Takes off the bed and leans in.
Gets your gag sliced, falls off. What do you think is happening in the city?
As Dro said a lot. There's a undead horde outside.
Yes.
A lot of chaos going on with politics inside between your group and the Suns. a lot of question marks on what's going on between them. You seem to believe they're responsible. We have no reason to understand why, other than they're. I have no reason to believe why, other than your word. And for some
And
reason,
whose
you don't
word?
trust the government either.
And whose word do you trust?
My companions. And none of us know. So I'm with them to find out.
It is good to trust in those around you. Well, it seems that you all are confused and do not quite understand what is happening here. So allow me to briefly explain for you. You can believe my word or not. The Burning Hand has been operating in the city for some years now, drawing a base of support among those who live in the Noble District. And also possessing quite a substantial military power. The governess of this city, the power-hungry woman that she is not a fan of the arrangement. She has wanted to eliminate this organization since its very inception. She cannot take action against us, or she would be recalled from her post. Recent developments have led to a collective of tieflings, calling themselves the Sons of Gargauth, to infiltrate this city at some point over the past few weeks. They have since then been placing markers around this city. And not soon after, too soon after, reports of undead hordes breaching the marshes reached the walls. And every day, more and more runes are placed around the city, and every day the horde grows closer and closer. All the efforts of the government to try and prevent them from reaching the city have led in failure. And seeing this opportunity where the government controls the narrative, the citizenry are in a state of panic, the governess has fabricated some incidents. An explosion and a murder to try and frame the Burning Hand for crimes they have not committed. You can, of course, take whatever you will from that statement. But I believe we all want the same thing. We all want to protect the people of this city and deal with the undead. Upstairs you caused quite a disturbance, disabling or killing a number of my men. I believe that all of you could be of assistance to me in our end. If any of you are willing, of course. If not, then you may stay in your cells.
You do drive a hard bargain. But as far as I'm concerned, this has now turned into your word versus the governess's.
What has the governess told you?
Not much, but she's told us to investigate you, along with the sons. She hasn't described you as a radical group. From what I've seen, you seem that way. Though if what you're saying is true, it does make sense. You see nothing happening and you want to take matters into your own hands. I'm simply curious why you've so demonstrably, I believe that's the correct word, define the sons as the problem. I understand the correlation between their arrival and their symbols and the growing of the horde. But do you understand if the symbols themselves are the problem? Maybe maybe they were chased here. Maybe the symbols are their way of communicating with each other and trying to regroup and make sure each other are okay. There's too many question marks for me to confidently choose a side.
I will allow all of you to ponder and think on your decision whenever you decide to cooperate. My arms are wide open. Until then, I will bid you adieu. I have matters to attend to. As the headmaster goes and leaves the room entirely, leaving these two guards in the room. Does anyone want to do or say anything?
I do. Drew is going after watching the dead priest walk out. Will turn around and kneel down to the ground to get on Alex's level. I'm assuming Alex's head is still down.
Yeah.
Now being able to speak. Alex. Is it okay for me to untie your gag?
You don't think you could?
I don't think I could.
Oh.
No.
That's a different question. Alex. I need you to focus, Alex. I know what happened. I know what happened isn't what you wanted. It's not what any of us wanted. But it wasn't your fault. You understand me, Alex?
I'm not gonna look up, but I'll just like nod slowly.
We need to find a way out of here. But I can only do that if you're at your 100%. Can you do that for me, Alex?
I look up at her. I make eye contact for a second. Then yeah, I shake my head, I nod, and I stand up.
And Joe will stand up with you. All right.
Does anyone else have anything they would like to say or do?
I do. I would like to lean in. I would like to lean into Eddie and kind of keep it hushed while we're talking. Just Eddie, do you have a way to talk with anyone else in here? Like non-verbally?
Yes, I do. Luckily, it works with my hands tied.
Good. What I want you to do is I want you to tell everyone in our group to agree to work with him and then book it as soon as you get out of here, as soon as you get a chance. You don't need to be involved with this, none of you do. You got wrapped in too tight on some political work.
Eddie's gonna go up to this wall, gonna try it, and it's not gonna work.
What are you gonna try?
He's gonna try a message, but he doesn't have his spellcasting. So he also doesn't have the material component. But
Okay.
he doesn't know that.
Yeah. you try to focus this magical energy, and there's just something missing. And you realize you don't have the focus which channels the energy that you use your magic.
Walks back over to Trump. Cast my spells through Dreamweaver. I don't have Dreamweaver on me.
Ah, shit.
And that's the only way I was taught spells. I'm not a fucking wizard. I don't just keep components on. And even if I did, I wouldn't fucking have them.
Do you know what you need to do it? What is it?
Like I said, I don't. I wasn't trained as a wizard. I was trained as a bard.
Yeah. Fuck it. Joe's gonna walk up to the bars, and I'm just gonna lean against them, just put my hands on them and lean out. You lot do whatever you want. You're not bound to this place in any way. You're not bound to the governess. Do what you want. You don't need to force yourself to stay.
You say that. We're gonna Whiskey or Squall. Do you want to say or do anything?
No.
Squall. I'll take that as a no.
Realized I was muted for a second. I was going to say I don't feel comfortable yelling at Richard to interrogate the tiefling and figure stuff out. With a guard in between.
Richard starts slapping him around.
You got him right where we want him.
Richard's just like banging him against the wall. Talk, motherfucker.
Okay, well, if
He's
no one else
gagged.
has anything to say, if no one else has anything else to say or do, as Chill leans up against, the bars to go say this, after he says this, there is suddenly the sound of an explosion.
Oh.
From Squall and Whiskey's point of view, on the other side, in the other cell, you could see the tiefling summon a small red orb into their hands. Before a torrent of fire incinerates the guard in front of his cell.
Was he not bound or gagged?
Shit.
No.
And he only now
He was
decided to do this?
He was not bound or gagged.
Well, now he has friends.
Yeah, I was just saying, now he has people to protect him.
I guess, yeah.
Incinerates the person in front of them.
Oh.
And then it's running through the torrent of flames. Richard the Brave bursts out into the main room.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, this
Everyone
rocks.
else in the other cells,
Badass.
people could see Richard sprint up and sock the guard at the table in the face, followed shortly by the tiefling.
Absolutely
Tiefling picks up the. Richard is pinning the other guard to the ground as the tiefling picks up the keys and goes over towards everyone's cells and starts unlocking them. Come on, we need to get out of here. Come on. Let's get out of here. We need to go now.
I guess we're running.
Back to this shit again.
I run
You,
up.
get unbound yourselves.
I run up to here.
Come on.
I'm gonna.
What is
I'm
this?
gonna go to
Yeah,
It's a
what are
weapons
these?
rack. It is a weapons rack.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm assuming it's not our stuff. Random.
It is your weapons.
Oh yay!
Cool.
Oh, yeah,
Going up there. I'm gonna grab my dagger first and start cutting everyone's
Are we
heads.
wearing our armor? Just
No.
Fuck.
Do
We're
you
not
know,
wearing armor.
You know how long it takes me to don that?
Yeah.
Yes,
Shit.
I'm familiar with how long it takes you to don that.
You did
And
research, Ben.
how- our health bars are currently full. Is
Yeah.
Yes.
like, did we have a long rest or what? What's the situation here in terms of resources that we have access to?
The situation is that you have experienced a long rest.
Let's
Here,
go.
all this
Okay.
right here.
I have
Sweet,
key.
full
So
spell
actually,
slots.
I'm just gonna long rest.
He goes, I have key again.
I have new spells.
I have my spells. Alright.
I have my spell.
I'm gonna cut everybody's hands free first on my dagger, then I'll go grab all my other shit.
Yeah.
Is that
It's
just
just
our
your weapons. It's just
What's
those
the-
weapons on that rack.
Dang.
What's in the
The
chest?
weapons?
Open the
Okay.
chest. Open the
The
chest.
chest will not open.
Can I? Shit.
Okay.
I-
I run up
I-
to it and
shit.
Eldritch blast it.
Question:
The wood on the top.
Does Eldritch Blast require a material component?
It's verbal and somatic.
Then you Eldritch Blast. The chest explodes. Splinters fly across the room.
Oh god.
Everyone dies from shrapnel.
They were hyper poisoned.
Yeah, they were hyper poisoned. Unfortunately, you just killed
Eddie-
everyone.
Eddie's trying to put on his
4D1s.
jacket. Oh my god.
The chest was actually a psycho bomb.
It was a psycho
Go
bomb.
away!
Psycho bomb.
No, Eddie spends the next minute trying to put on his jacket. His jacket is his leather armor, but he's just like fumbling around trying to get his
You don't
jacket on.
you don't have your leather armor.
Oh, that's
It's
right.
gone.
No.
They stole it. It's not there.
My jacket.
Wait, what was in the chest that I blew up?
You blow up the chest.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to be your stuff.
Whose stuff was
God
it?
damn
In fact, you seem to have destroyed most of the stuff inside of the chest. If it was your stuff, you cannot tell.
Alex,
Alex, next time when not.
what the hell? We had keys.
We had keys? I
That
turned-
doesn't matter. Come on, we need to get out of here now.
What he
Got
said.
it.
Let's go.
Not at this. Not through the doors. That's a bad idea.
Ben, real quick, were my arrows there?
Yes, your arrows
Okay.
are there.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
What's this paper right here?
You look over. You grab the paper. Is that what you're interested in the hot pursuit of escape?
No.
Okay, cool.
That's what Squall's interested in.
It's what Squall's interested
I
in.
was
Well,
gonna
Squall,
grab
you
the
pick up
Squall,
this
but
piece of
Squall
paper.
can't. Yeah.
Squall's gonna grab it and pocket it
Just literally.
on the way past. The
He's a
thing.
little gremlin. He sees he sees
Squall's a
anything and he
little bit
takes
like
it.
that.
Squall is in fact what we call
We're
it.
running
Gremlin.
for our lives, and this dude stops and just grabs any paper.
All right, everybody, up
I'm
the
so
ladder,
sorry,
up
grab
the ladder. We don't have all day.
How'd you blow up that cell?
Don't stop asking questions and leave.
Well, I have to wait for everyone in front of me. You could at least tell me now.
Everyone starts ascending the stairs. Not the stairs. The ladder.
Ben, to clarify, what do I have of my stuff?
Do you have a weapon?
I have a dagger. So that's it.
That is it.
Do I? Okay.
Oh, you have the
assume
paper.
I don't have my loot. I have
Yeah,
my
so I-
sword, but not my loot.
Your loot, unfortunately, no, you do not have. If it is a
Oh,
weapon,
no
you have
shield.
it.
Castle.
No shield.
The shield will be there.
Oh, let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Could you imagine? You can't lose a shield like that.
My skelly shield.
Yeah, dude. He's dead. Galen's dead.
Is
Well,
your-
yeah,
is your
literally.
skeleton on your
Yeah,
shield? Is your
Literally.
skeleton
As you
on your
all-
shield?
Yes, the skeleton is on my shield.
What
It's
about
always
Dro's
been.
mask?
No, I mean like,
No.
did they leave your
Mask
skeleton
isn't
on
there.
your shield?
Maskless.
Yeah,
Mask.
so you see Dro and like actually I think this is Squall and Trill's first time, and Richard first time seeing Dro maskless.
Maskless.
Oh,
Masking.
yeah. Masking.
That's
Maskless.
lots to unpack. All right, where do we come up from?
You ascend the ladder, push past a trapdoor and some carpet, and emerge in what looks like a cushy office space. Trill has been here once before.
Oh, great, his office. We're deep in the. We're still behind the. We're still deep in the cathedral. We need to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
We're in enemy.
Understood.
Right.
Somebody
Okay, so what you're
get
gonna
us started.
do is you're gonna follow me, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. Does everyone understand? Everyone good with this plan?
Could we ask you
Okay,
your
we-
name?
As long as we're following
Carthus.
someone's decisions.
Yours?
Carthus?
With a C or a G? What, a Carthus?
We don't have
Garthus?
time for this. We're leaving.
Alex whips out a notebook.
Yeah.
How do you spell
I
that?
take out my
Oh,
reading glasses.
rushes to the door.
Alex, you can't read.
I would like people
Yeah.
to please make me a Constitution saving throw.
All of us?
You're all running through.
Wait,
It's
no,
very entire. It's very.
God damn it.
You're running through the base.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Splinter, that's pretty good.
You're running through the base. Eventually slamming past doors.
Oh, god dang
Let's go, boys.
Dude, we suck.
Jumping over walls. Man, this. Wow.
This is pathetic.
This is really pathetic, guys.
Hey,
As Michael likes to say, the dice sometimes want to tell their own story.
Someone with a negative con? How does the person with a negative con have the
Wow.
Michael,
Whiskey,
Michael, what
do you
happened?
have?
I have
Wait,
a
where's?
+5? Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay, so you all are able to, with the lead of this man Carthus, this tiefling,
Ew.
Sven Carthus, you are all able to escape the grounds. However, everyone has failed the Constitution saving throw and has all gained one level of exhaustion.
Woo, yeah.
Damn it.
Long rest.
This one level of exhaustion is a -1 to every roll.
Nice one, every roll. Oh, God.
Did we ever find our other stuff?
Did you want to go looking around for your other stuff?
I fucking want my cloak.
I'm sure
can
Eddie
always
wants
get
his
another
loot.
Eddie can get another loot.
No,
man.
no, we can't get another loot.
Look,
You're
Dreamweaver serves
trying-
you well, but
You're trying to go back, and Carthus looks back at you. It's like, do you want to die? We can get your cloak later. Come on.
I don't like this guy.
All right.
All right.
I didn't know we had a cloak. Follows him.
look, you can't be a minstrel without a loot. You also can't be a minstrel without your life.
Yeah.
Also true. Points have been made.
As you eventually escape from the cathedral grounds itself, being led back into the mean streets of the precipice. You can still hear distant fighting going on. You're not entirely certain where you are. You've all escaped. Carthus seems to continue to, want to run. Does everyone just follow him, or
I'm fucking
as soon as they're
following
out?
him. I'm
Okay.
not letting him out of my sight for now.
He's definitely got more information than we do. I'm following.
Yeah.
I'm not.
You're
gonna not follow, okay.
We'll follow.
off from the party.
Okay, Alex, you split off from the party. You die.
That's the first rule of D&D, don't split the party.
Don't split the
Yeah.
party.
Don't split the
As you're
party.
all led
Second
out
rule, adventures
That's
in
and
Disney.
second.
through,
Alex
The
just pulled away. I
streets.
immediately made Chandra back.
yeah, that has 5 pounds of force. I don't think that's going to do anything. Anyways,
5 pounds of force. I get to move people 5 feet.
oh, sorry,
Telekinetic, bitch.
sorry.
Give me-
If they
yeah.
fail, a saving throw. Anyways, you're all led through the streets, running, sprinting, panting, until eventually you are led out of the noble district and into a more familiar area for everyone else, the business district, where eventually you arrive across a establishment called the Twin Sons and you are led in through a back entrance. It seems to just be some sort of storage room. Oh, okay, all right. I think we got out of there.
And he's like catching his breath.
That's one side of the story. So are you of the Suns?
Just, you could say that, yeah. Yeah.
Do you mind explaining what's going on?
You just saved our
Yeah,
life.
you
I don't
always
think
so
it's time to interrogate him.
Yeah, you always so mouthy after running for 30 minutes.
Yes, he is.
I like to talk, man.
Oh,
We can wait. That's fine. That's fine.
try being a little more exhausted.
And he's just got like sweat pouring down his face.
Let's see, he gets it. Points Daddy.
Actually drenched.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's just been taken out for like a fucking kilometer run.
It was a nice stroll through the city, I might add.
Richard barely broke a sweat.
Okay. Look, I can answer all of your silly questions that you have after we get downstairs. We have a little rest, maybe get some drinks. This fellow looks like he needs it. Yeah, looks like he needs it. Okay. So you can just follow me, and I'm not gonna lead you into any, jail cells like that guy did, like that asshole did.
I love this guy. New favorite NPC.
So quick, man.
Look,
Trill's
he
gonna have
has a
his
funny voice, Ben. I like funny voices. Sorry.
Trill's,
Does that mean nothing to you?
Trill's gonna have
That's
his
why I love Simpson.
Trill's gonna have his dagger in his hand, holding it by the blade, just ready to throw it at this guy.
Do you draw that out after he sort of like takes the lead again and his back is to you, or is this the entire time that like?
This is the entire time after we get into the building.
Okay.
So basically, as soon as we get in the building, Trilgo stands off in a corner and pulls out his dagger and holds it in his hand by the blade.
Okay. Looks over towards you. Maybe you don't do that.
No.
All right. Good talk.
Don't mind him. He's paranoid about everything. Just keep going.
Yeah, we all. Anyways, let's go downstairs. Have a good time.
Oh wait. I forgot I actually am paranoid about everything.
Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, Joe doesn't know that.
No. But
I need to be
forgot about
reminded
it
that his
too.
character is insane.
He's
His
checking
character
for
is
real.
afraid that everyone will betray him.
Yes.
He does have severe trust.
This whole thing that's been going on has really put a strain on him.
It's feeding.
Yeah.
It's feeding into. Well, the government has clearly just betrayed him.
Clearly.
Clearly.
I mean,
That's what you just found out.
the headmaster of the church said it, so clearly.
But
Really?
also another church man is lying to him
Look,
because this
if
tiefling
going-
said
If going to a Catholic school taught me anything, it's that religious people will always lie to you given a chance. So
Yeah, Matthew lies to me all the time. Anyways,
Yikes. I think I called out.
you're led through this storage space. You're not exactly certain what the storage is. It seems to be heavier boxes. You wouldn't think, heavier duty stuff. You wouldn't think this is a tavern of some sort. Maybe some sort of storefront. You're eventually led to one end that has a trapdoor. Opens it up, leads down, has a ladder that leads downstairs. He will go down first. Does everyone else follow? And is there any in particular order at which people would like to follow?
Whiskey
Joe,
is
go
following
first.
very cclosely to this guy.
Well, you will follow very closely 5 feet behind Dro.
Trill will stay more towards the back, and when he goes down the ladder, the knife will be in his mouth, so he can cut it real quick, and then it'll go right back out.
I'll get ready to offer to Tro that like I'll let him go first, but then to see him.
Yeah.
And then be like, okay, I'm
He's
going
ready.
first. That's all right.
I shall accompany Alex down.
I'm still a little out of breath. Just give me a second.
Wally, you wanna go before clearly drained Edyarm, or are you gonna force him to go next?
No, I'll just pat him on the back. I'll go.
Okay.
Wait up for me.
Going downstairs, everyone is led to an open room
Wow.
surrounded by curtains. The floor adorned with rugs that seem to overlap, cover each other. Unique, exotic patterns that, while some of you are able to identify some of them, no one is able to. No one's familiar with all of them. All seems to be different flavors of the region's cultures.
Is
Of
it just
Alzir.
him down here?
Yeah, only him down here that you can see. You can hear other voices, but from the area that you can see, the room surrounded with, in a circle, by curtains. This is the only person that you can see.
Is it kind of implied that they're like beyond the curtains, but they're on the same floor as us?
Maybe. It certainly would seem like that to Al.
Okay, yeah.
Can I ask my questions now?
Oh, whoa, hold on, kid. Come on. We just went down a ladder. We haven't even relaxed yet.
You're right.
What's
Eddie's
your
just
idea of
going down the last steps.
what's your idea of relaxment?
My idea of relaxation is not running from people who are trying to kidnap me.
No, this guy knows this guy seems like he'd know how to chill.
Exactly. Now, you all stay in this room for me. Okay? Admire the rugs and the curtains. They're all important. I will be back with drinks for some of you. Not all of you.
Okay.
Okay?
Squall looks
You
down
know-
and starts closes her eyes and starts crossing her fingers and like, please.
Just gonna
I hope
make
you
sure
get a drink.
people. I just want to make sure people know that you're here. Before you all, are attacked. We're all good. Just so we're all good.
What?
Everyone, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
No, the goal's not to get attacked.
And he walks up to one of the curtains. It seems to just be a 360 of straight curtain. There is no break, and he just walks through it.
Even more
Alright.
questions.
I don't like him.
This place is sick.
He saved our life, so I'm happy with him for now.
Someone people will listen
Hey,
to.
you okay? Like, do you just not run very much, or is like something up?
Have you seen me? I'm a fucking skeleton.
Yeah, you should have expected that one.
I don't get very much
Look at that
cardio in.
water. Sorry, what?
I don't get very much cardio in nowadays.
Oh, it's all right. You need to exercise, Edyarm, if you want to be a real adventurer. Go on adventures across the continent. Solve this whole undead crisis.
I've been across the
It's
continent.
exercise is important.
It's been years. I'm not the man I used to be.
Well, we'll get you up to stuff. What, friend?
They made horses for that too. I mean, that should help at least.
Yeah, I've never walked across the fucking continent.
Me neither. Not even.
Be a pretty wild relay.
Well, I certainly think that this man is of some merit. I mean, he busted us out of containment.
Did y'all like talk about that? You kind of just y'all seem to be.
Oh yes, yes, he talked to me about that.
Yeah. Did he tell you anything before like? That,
Yeah,
like,
he
like,
told
did
me
tell
he
you
was
about
gonna.
himself?
He told me he was gonna burst. Yeah, he told me his name was got this, and to trust him. That he was gonna burst down the door, and that I need to go punch a guy.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's.
So that's what I did.
I mean, that's pretty sick, honestly.
I've met many mages in my time. That one, particularly impressive. I didn't know you could do that. That guy was straight up ash afterwards.
I'm definitely someone get that.
Who is this?
That is not inaccurate.
One way to talk about it.
That was so good. He
I
was
literally
straight
just-
up
you just-
ash afterwards.
This guy's
POV,
metal.
POV, you literally watched the guy get completely disintegrated. That guy was just straight up afterwards.
It's just the Kanye West staring at the camera, just
I mean, if not trustworthy, at least he is cool.
Oh, damn, Skippy.
Eddie points at Richard when he says that.
And saying his other character is cool.
Dude, honestly, I don't blame him. This guy is cool.
But he is.
He's so goddamn
What do you
cool.
What do you have to say on this, Alex?
Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, come on. Taps you on the back. Be more lively. You just had a chase. Well, not really. An escape. This is a exciting event.
All part of the adventure.
I mean, if you're from what I've seen you and your little group get into, I think you need to get used to those. A couple minutes later, once again, you still do hear like a faint commotion and whisperings, and even if you try to listen, you just can't make out what anyone is saying. But it always is very clear that there is something, conversations going on around you. And eventually, a couple minutes later, Karthus does reemerge, walking, just phasing through the curtains with 4 mugs in his hand. So,
in each hand, right?
no.
Oh.
Okay, so I got 4 of these. Unless you want to share, I don't think this is enough for all of you.
Eddie just grabs one.
All right. Okay, I only have 3 mugs now.
Alex, you drinking?
Okay.
I'll take ours.
Whiskey, have one.
Alright.
Okay, your whiskey. Were your parents alcoholics or something?
It's my favorite drink.
So you're the alcoholic. Anyone else?
I just watched Eddie just knock back the entire mug as soon as he grabbed it from him. Ah, yes, so you're the alcoholic.
Anyone else? You looked quite parched. Do you want a second one?
Yeah.
What is this among
there
us?
you go. Something.
Eddie,
It's
what
an
is it
interesting
among us?
flavor. It's an interesting flavor.
Just.
It does burn when it goes down the throat. Not unpleasantly so, or painfully so, but
You guys are all poisoned.
Squall
Yeah.
sipping.
it's an interesting taste. You've never had anything like this before.
It's just like alcohol, though.
Hot.
Yeah.
There's a heat to
Hot.
it. Yeah.
Interesting.
Some of the best. Goddamn alcohol. Bad.
Well,
That was an
I think
alcohol.
it's the run.
That
I
was
think it's the
piss.
run talking.
Not that good.
so,
Even better. Give me a third.
right.
All right, pissing cup.
So now,
It's recycled.
oh my God, you with your questions. You need to calm down with your questions. Look, before we start questioning each other, asking questions. Why don't we all introduce ourselves, you know? I don't know who you are, I just know that guy. That asshole at the church doesn't like you.
Fair point. Who's starting?
I am Richard. Alright,
God,
yeah, I already know you. Anyone else?
My name's Squall. Over there, that's Alex. I pointed at Alex. My traveling companion. Well, I
Are
guess
they
we all
are they
now.
mute or something? Can they not talk for themselves?
They seem to be having a little bit of a day.
Right, okay. Sure.
Eddie kind of bows his head. Jim Hypnophene, at your service.
Glad to I think I was more at your service, but thank you. Thank you. You, Mr. Alcoholic, you're whiskey, right?
Yep.
Right.
Name's Whiskey. Thanks for saving our lives.
Oh, you know. I do that every once in a while. You, Knife Man.
Trill.
Alright. Quiet Drow lady with the
Drow.
skeleton. Drow. Yeah, that feels right for your personality. That feels about right. Okay. Well, I'm Carthus. Once again, you might notice I look a little strange. I'm a tiefling, not from around here, from other places. You all there seems to be a little obsession with this term, the Sons. Not really sure where that came from, but I guess I'm part of that group.
You didn't name yourselves.
We're so cool, he doesn't even know what group belongs.
Well, I mean, I didn't name the group.
Was like a member of your group? Was like a name given to y'all?
Yeah, you stop paying attention after a little while.
Fair enough.
How long has it been?
So, what did you do to make that guy so angry?
Broke into his home.
Killed some people.
I killed like one person. My bad.
At least you're apologizing. I guess that's improvement.
I mean, it wasn't like intentional. Like I was gonna try and like not kill people, but I
So
kinda have a little bit of hard
you
time
killed someone on
imagining
accident.
Magic's a little hard, you know. Doesn't really have a good safety feature.
He's like thinking for a second. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
That checks.
Okay, so you broke into this guy's house and then murdered some guys on accident. And he
Yeah,
wasn't very
yeah.
happy about that.
Yeah, honestly, pretty understandable if you word it that way.
I would be unhappy if that happened to me. I don't own a house, so I can't really relate. But if I did, I wouldn't be happy about it.
Like died like 5 people. But
Right.
it doesn't really change things. Pretty
Okay,
infuriating.
so I feel like I'm missing an element here. Why did you break into his house?
Well, it's a church, but just
A
kinda small,
church.
you know?
Right. Sure. So it's not his house.
Not specifically, yeah. I think he lives there. Like,
You-
does he live
okay,
there?
s-
Like,
I don't know. Why? What? You asking me? Because I don't know.
no. Who said it was his house? Is that you, Trill?
Basically, it's his house. Let's be real.
I don't know.
Right. Okay, so you broke into this guy's house that isn't his house. Why?
Try to
No.
stop the fighting.
I kind of picked that up. I kind of got that from all the talking.
What else do you need to know then?
Okay, cool.
Not really.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I guess that kind of boils. That's like an overly simplified version of things going on. Kind of
Right.
tasked with trying to figure out what's going on in town. He was
Sure.
leader of one of the groups. I mean, the other one's the son. So I guess we met y'all. You seem much
Sure.
more personable.
I like to think of myself as a, what's the word? An inviting person. I'm a delight.
I mean, to be fair, you did also kill a man in front of us. So that was
Hey,
an intro.
it
But I mean, it was
was
cool, so that kind of makes up for it.
cool.
Yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought he was kind of an asshole. I think it all balances out.
Yeah, what do you call it?
Never have I seen a man be incinerated in such a entertaining way, and I don't know how it makes me feel.
Yeah, you probably have a hard time seeing with only one eye, don't you, man?
and he just kind of like, he just kind of finger guns him. He's like, actually, good
He
joke.
finger guns you back.
Oh, be still, my beating heart.
Yeah, I incinerated that guy, but like, are any of you gonna complain? You gonna throw me in jail?
Nah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're gonna report me to the authorities?
Yeah. I'm glad to know I'm not. I didn't save a bunch of knocks. Isn't that nice?
In my case, you did save a knock, and I just want to know what's going
Oh,
on.
come on.
Bro saved not a
Hell.
narc, a fed. Bro saved a fed.
Jarrell has a scowl.
Brothers in the
Just like,
DA.
just an ugly scowl. Just
Uh-oh.
it's not even-
Sorry, what did you say again, Troll?
I have. Oh, you. In my case, you did
Yeah.
save
Save an
knock,
arc.
but I want to know what's going on. I have no intention of turning you in for what you did. You got us out of there. At least as of right now, I have no intention. I want to know what's going on. I want to know about why everyone assumes you're a group called the Suns. I want to know what you were doing to get you arrested there, and I want to know what the symbols around the city mean.
It's a lot of questions. I'm gonna start breaking them down with the more important ones. Anyone can hop in if they want to. Actually, don't hop in. Actually, that would make it more confusing. I know you want to ask questions, but yeah, please wait.
Curious.
Yes, it's fine. I'll try and answer them. You need to keep sipping on your drink. That'll help you not ask questions.
I just lean into it and start sipping.
There we go. Okay. Right. So,
Filled beak is a quiet beak.
yeah. So I got arrested. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I don't know what I did. One day, strolling around, admittedly at nighttime, but I didn't know there were any laws against traveling at the night. Well, what do you know? Next thing you know, you got some assholes with a bunch of torches surrounding you, and they're all like, "You're under arrest." And I'm one guy, so I wasn't gonna piss these people off. So they dragged me there. They asked me a bunch of questions. I didn't know what they were talking about, and then they beat me up.
Jesus.
That's pretty
Okay.
fucked.
Yeah,
Really
it wasn't great.
experienced police brutality. Jesus.
It's not even the police; it's religious brutality.
That's a good
Okay.
point.
So then, another important. The symbols. Yeah, I'm not really involved in all of that, but it's apparently to help you with your little undead problem.
Hmm.
Some
That's
sort
what
of ward.
what I figured. That's what I figured you would say. Hmm.
I feel like there were other important questions, but I don't remember them. So they couldn't have
so-
been that important.
Were y'all
What is-
chased here?
Chase. Oh no, we showed up here. Yeah, we
Oh.
got all the tieflings. We came together. Yeah, throw a little reunion, because there's not many of us.
I assume that you know about the horde and everything, though.
Well, the horde was a little thing that happened after we got here.
Yeah.
So
So,
who came up with the
and
symbol?
symbols were in response to them, I guess.
the symbol is this old tiefling magic.
Old tiefling magic.
Yeah,
Is it-
I
is
wasn't
anybody
taught
like-
in the old ways.
Mhm.
Who was?
Is anyone I can learn from? Yeah, I'm curious. Want to learn from them?
It's more of like it's like I said it was tiefling magic because it's like only tieflings can use it.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I'm asking, who did the wards around the town.
It's a number of people, really. I mean, there's not that many, but there's several people here that did it.
Could we meet any one of them?
I mean, like, do you really wanna?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
But
Do you
we
want
should
to
such-
meet him now or after the questions?
I think this is the most important question.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh my god, making me run around all day.
Can we like hang out and ask
Suck
more
it up.
questions after? Also, what's up with this? Never mind. Never mind. Sorry. No, I keep sipping.
Way too many questions. Keep sipping.
I keep sipping.
I just nod my head a little bit with a drink.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
So I'll go inside and I'll try and get you what you want. I'll be back in a minute. Okay? Just hold still. Don't do anything illegal. He walks backwards through the
Says the murderer.
through the curtain and disappears.
Can I vibe check, like Arcana check the curtains?
You can Arcana check the curtains.
13.
You very obviously magical. You make some guess that it seems almost illusory magic, but if you try to interact with it, it does seem solid.
Oh, when we try it, it feels
Yeah.
like curtain.
Yeah.
Now it is curtain.
Well, it
so
feels solid. It doesn't feel like a curtain.
is there a bottom to it,
It's like a
like a
wall.
curtain?
It feels like a wall.
Oh, okay. So we wouldn't be able to
Yeah,
like
just-
do the curtain from the bottom.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, the way it's passing through it, it seems illusory, but illusions don't act like this.
I mean,
Well, and we're
pretty
trapped, so I
frightened.
guess we wait.
Oh, the ladder's still there. You could leave whenever you want.
Well, I don't want to leave, so I guess we'll wait.
Oh, you don't want to leave. Okay. So you're not trapped and you want to wait? That's what I'm hearing.
Yep.
chill.
We don't have to wait too long. Wait
He said it would
A
take him
minute.
about a minute.
a minute and a half, 2 minutes.
Dang.
He comes back out.
This guy's bad at us.
Hey, gang. Look. He comes back alone. Hey, gang. Look. So, yeah, none of them are here.
Yeah. So you got these drinks from someone, right?
Yeah.
Is there any way we could like go over like where he's giving them?
No. Do you want another
Insight
drink?
check,
Yeah, are you done sipping? He comes over, like, takes your cup from you. No, still got stuff in here. Come on, keep sipping,
but-
kid.
Can I insight check this guy?
What are you trying to,
When he
like, determine?
When he says like, Steve
There's
is
no one else
just-
here?
Yeah, Steve is bullshitting us.
Sure, you can.
He's the best guy around. What about the people he murdered?
18.
What more, you know?
I was walking down the street. I wasn't doing nothing. I got arrested. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
What you gonna do about it?
Hey, what you gonna do?
I mean, you don't know if he's necessarily being honest with you, but you don't think he's outright lying to you either.
He's omitting truth. I see. More. Oh. okay. Do you have
Yeah,
any
just keep
idea
sipping,
when they
Tim.
will be back?
Well, I mean, no, not really. Why would I know that? I've been in a cell for as long as I can remember.
You can give an estimate. You've been here long enough with them, right?
Yeah, and before I was thrown in a cell and all the schedules changed. I don't even know what time it is.
Schedule.
Yeah, people go places. We have places to be. What do you think? We just sit in the basement all day?
No, but I assume if you have to work, where do they work? You go visit them.
What part of in a cell do you not understand? I couldn't visit anyone. I don't know what's going on. I just
You're
got back
avoiding
here.
the question. I'm assuming they didn't just lose their job immediately when you went in a cell. You've been in a cell for 2 days, 3 days at most.
Try a little longer. Anyways, that doesn't really matter. Look, when you have people who are trying to capture you and find you, you can't necessarily stick to a routine, a predictable routine. You get what I'm saying?
Who's trying to catch you and find you?
Oh, the assholes at the church.
And
That's the Burning Hand.
and how did y'all know that they were gonna start tracking y'all down?
Well, once they started, preaching about, these tieflings, these people of the suns, they're causing all our problems. Yeah, we gotta go find them. That was probably the moment.
And you decided to take a walk at night knowing that by yourself.
Well, I wasn't trying to get caught. It just kind of happened.
Right.
Yeah. Also, I'm pretty powerful. If you couldn't tell, how I incinerated that guy.
Tash, yeah.
Seems like you can handle yourself, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just not like. I don't have that much juice, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, I know what you're saying. I got so much in you, especially stuff like that. Incinerate a whole guy.
Yeah. So I know y'all were really attached to those items that you had on you that you no longer have on you. Well, we sent the guy out. He's gonna try and get them back. If that.
Sick.
Yeah, isn't that's great? Keep sipping though.
Yep.
Do y'all have a leader that we could talk to?
Alita, we do have. Can you talk to them right now? They're not at this location. I don't know which location they're at. I'm sure they're somewhere. Look, Titan, he's pretty high up there. He should come back at some point with your stuff, right?
He's strong enough to break in there?
Titan's he got his name for a reason.
Why didn't he bust you out earlier?
Look, we were trying to do stuff, and I apparently wasn't a priority.
Right.
That's kind of rough.
Yeah, well, when the most you can do is incinerate people, your skills aren't really needed when they're trying to do other things.
Not the most avertive skills I have. Well, sorry, not covert.
No, I can talk to people.
Yeah?
Yeah, why you keep sipping though? You need a refill? I can get you a refill if you want.
I look at the cup and I hand it to him. It's empty.
Oh my god, you haven't been. It's been empty. How long has it been empty, kid?
I just finished it.
Right,
That's like the last sip.
Oh my god.
right. Anyone want a round 2?
Anyways.
Yeah, that's a round 3 for you.
Believe me, I can go way more.
For right now, you can stay here in this room. You can leave whenever you want to. I'm not gonna hold you here, but you can stay here. They're not gonna find you. The burning hand, you call them, whatever. They're not gonna find you here. The Titan should be back at some point. I don't know if he'll have your stuff, but that's what he's trying to get. So, he should be back in an hour or 2. If you want to stay around that long, I mean, you can go out on the streets with your little sticks and all that.
We'll be able to get back here if we leave.
I mean, you could, but I don't know. I mean, you can leave if you want. I just don't know if it would be best to let you back in if you left, because then you're on the streets again, and they might see you, and they might follow you, get you back here.
Street smarts.
I mean, you can leave if you want. I'm not going to stop you.
heavy stuff.
I'm just sitting here for the moment.
Yeah.
Great, great. Well, I'll get you your refills. I'll get an extra large cup for you. Points at Squall.
I just kind of shrugging like, okay.
We'll be back.
Never
Exist once again.
Taste.
That's going to be the 5-10 minute break. Please piss right now.
I'm not at the toilet yet.
I'm going even further. Shitty.
Piss Ultra? First going Piss Ultra, really? Wow.
I'll be back.
I'm back. Everybody is.
I have arrived.
He has come.
I didn't just come. I arrived. Oof.
Best new character.
He's alright.
What do you mean he's alright? He's a lad. He's a boy.
Eh. He's alright. Rich is the best.
Nuh-uh. No, not even close.
No, it's 100%.
Richard thinks he's that guy. Richard's not that guy.
Richard
This
is
guy-
that. I don't know what you're talking about. Richard is that guy.
Richard thinks he's that guy. Him?
Richard is
This
that
guy? He is literally that guy.
No, he is not that guy.
He is that guy.
He really isn't. You wish he was that guy. But
I
he's not
don't.
that guy.
I don't wish. You know why? Because
You really
I know.
do.
I know
Nah.
he is that guy.
Truly, no.
None of us are
Not-
that guy.
I'm aware of that. I'm not that guy. You know.
We're not arguing that. We're not arguing that.
We're my
I don't know.
boy.
Yeah, what's his name?
Carlag. Carlac.
Nope.
No,
See, you don't even remember his name.
you're right, David. Because I'm horrible with the names. What's his name, David?
I don't know. I don't care.
It's Carthus.
Yeah,
Okay,
got this.
there we
Is he
go.
not that guy?
Carthus is that guy.
Nah, he's not that guy.
Carthus is definitely that guy.
See? 2 against 1 here, David. 2 against 1.
Oh, Of course, I'm the minority, so
Yeah, but Tyler and I are gay, so
okay. And
checkmate, atheist.
We're also a minority.
yeah, but I'm a better minority.
Wow.
Oh, that
minority
sounds a little.
shaming.
That sounds like a majority statement there.
Oh, hold on.
Shadow! What the fuck?
Michael, you're gay.
We knew that a long time ago, Daniel.
I know. I just have to remind him every so often.
You don't have to.
You don't have
remind
to.
me
With
about
both
my
of us there, he's
sexual
got plenty of reminders.
Why don't you stop harassing Michael for a second?
We're not. This is normal talk between a love triangle. Fuck off, man.
Okay, banned.
Yeah.
He did not just say that.
I don't know if you can do that. My boyfriend's the owner of the server.
No, I had to stand behind my moderators on these kinds of things, Tyler. I'm sorry.
Oh, so you
Plus,
stand with your moderators
To
over
be
your.
fair, you did cheat on me several
And
times.
to be fair, all three of us have had a loving relationship since.
Look,
I
Daniel.
still feel the anger festering inside of me.
the anger isn't festering inside of you. The anger is all-consuming.
It is.
It's
I
ever
live
present.
in constant agony.
Jack,
I think you sent me a video. Neuron. Matthew's based.
Matthew,
Matthew's
what do you have to say
racist.
about these based statements that have apparently come out about you?
The allegations.
What?
Would you or would you not agree that you're based, Matt?
Probably not.
You've heard it here
Me
folks.
personally, I
First,
wouldn't
folks.
take that.
You know,
Yes.
Alex, sometimes you just need to incinerate a motherfucker.
Apparently.
Well,
Spark, of
Richard the
course,
Brave
but-
wouldn't give that advice because he can't do it.
Richard the Brave,
Yeah.
more like Richard the Based.
I'm glad
I
everyone's
really
here.
thought that line was good.
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna-
does.
Are you really glad that we're here, Ben?
Yeah, I'm really glad that all of you are here. Shortly after Cut the Sleeves, he comes back, gives you refills, and then he disappears again. I'll be back. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Someone was not happy.
No, that was my roommate's dog.
Oh, a
Great
dog.
job.
Anyways,
Dog is not happy.
Yeah, it was ripping apart a Ukrainian man.
shit.
I don't know why. But
Well,
Why
now
not?
you've been offered some downtime, guys.
Well, we can't exactly go anywhere.
yeah.
You can if you want. You can leave. You can just leave.
You
It's an
can't
option.
just leave.
Yes.
Good, but that's inoptimal. I want my stuff, man.
Well,
I
apparently
kinda
someone's trying to get it
like
for you.
that. So I will stay here.
If y'all
Apparently.
wanna, if
So,
y'all have
we
anything
wanna-
you wanna do, you can get
I
every
think, I think
stuff
we
and bring it
should
back to.
maybe. I think we should maybe talk about what happened earlier in the church.
What else is there to say? We fucked up.
Uncoordinated, gotta
Very-
say.
That
when
coordination.
someone tells
Yeah,
you
that's
to-
funny, True.
Maybe
I
someone
said-
tells you to do something in the middle of a situation. Fucking.
Trust our friends a little better. Think they actually know what they're doing whenever they say to do something. There's a lot we messed up with, and that's pretty obvious. I don't think we'd be in this mess if we were, although in a way it's almost a blessing, because now we have the information we do. We met Karthus.
He's certainly a strange man.
I don't trust him.
To be fair, you
Trust him
don't
more than a
really
lot of
trust
people we met.
anyone.
Ha, you don't know me that well then.
No, I really don't.
Not exactly.
Look, they're hiding. Look, he's hiding information from us, obviously.
Yeah,
I mean,
I don't really blame him.
it's not. Yeah, I mean, he's being
Everyone is.
tracked down and hunted.
He
by
doesn't. Yeah,
a
he
group.
doesn't
I imagine
know
he's
us.
probably going to be a little skeptical about the people.
He doesn't know us from Tom, Dick, or fucking Harry. I don't know why he'd spill his guts entirely to us. I don't expect he expects us to spill all of our guts to him.
I think his
Nobody.
acts of goodwill. He doesn't have any expectations of us, and his acts of goodwill bode pretty well, as far as I'm concerned.
I doubt it's actually goodwill.
What do you think it is?
A
Why
ploy,
are you so skeptical?
in one way.
And try and get us off the scent?
No, to get us to help them. We're both on the and we're both have the church on their bad side.
Mm-hmm.
Why not work together?
Doing something about the horde.
What
I
have they
figured
done?
That would be something you'd be interested in. Apparently, they're defending against it, and trying to protect this city. Apparently, they know they at least know
Apparently.
something that we don't about how to protect against them.
Apparently,
You think that's the
it's all
lie?
too convenient that they're not here.
What do you want someone to tell you when they meet you, Drew? Do you just want them to tell you that everything sucks and that they're going to try to kill you at some point?
I just want it to be straight faced. Why can't we talk to them?
Because they're not fucking here. It's
Yeah.
impossible to talk to someone who isn't here.
But
Have you ever tried talking to a brick wall? Oh wait, I have.
Oh, good for you for talking to a brick wall. I'm gonna talk to actual people.
He's just staring her right in the face when he says that, just completely deadpan.
Yeah, she's looking down at you, unimpressed. She's looking down at you, unimpressed.
Okay.
Drew, I think that's a turn of phrase that you just went right over your head.
Please,
Nothing
Squall.
could go over
I
her
am
head.
not stupid.
She can catch it.
Please, Squall. I am not stupid. Now shut up.
Okay, well, I think we are, not being very productive here. We seem to have a productivity issue.
Of course we do. None of us know how to work with each other. All of us seem to want to do our own things most of the time. That's how it is when you
Well,
put
I
a-
mean,
people
yeah,
together.
but have you tried? It doesn't seem like you're really trying to work with each other.
To be fair, I don't know how to tell you the truth. I've never worked with other people before. And after this, I intend to keep it that way.
Oh,
I
well,
advise
it's not
all of-
that hard, True.
I advise all of you, after you get your things back, to leave the city if you can. You owe nothing to the governess. You have no reason to be involved in any of this here. Go your way. Get out of this political mess you've gotten yourself into because of me.
Well, I'm with Master Scribe and Mistress Soldier, so whatever they decide.
Jor's gonna look to Alex. What is Alex doing right now?
After all this began talking and Whiskey said the thing about people need to listen, she turned and looked into a corner and just has been listening to the conversation but has not been engaging.
Alex.
I'll turn to look at you.
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
What's on your mind, Alex?
I'm gonna turn to dude, what's it? Oh, Richard the Brave.
Okay.
I really forgot his name.
I was like, he's the brave, but who is
What's his-
brave?
He
Oh, great.
he only introduced himself by his name too.
No prefix. No
He never said the
suffix.
brave.
Actually,
He
there is a
didn't say the
suffix.
brave. He just said, "I'm Richard."
I think he said, "I'm Richard the Brave."
No, he
He
just said,
didn't?
"I'm Richard." He
Damn,
didn't say the brave. He just said, "I'm Richard."
it was
Yeah,
implied.
his character tag says the brave, but he's never.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's never called himself the brave.
He's
but he
he's
did
called
introduce
himself the brave. When you guys first met him, he called himself Richard the
And he's
Brave.
no
But
longer
in
the
this
brave.
in this conversation, he just called himself Richard.
Yeah.
When the introductions were happening, he's called himself the brave. Oh, he's called himself the brave.
I'll just turn towards him. Why can't it just be running around cutting down zombies? Why does it have to be so much more complicated?
Well, Alex, because the world's a complicated place. People are complicated.
Well, sometimes it doesn't have to be, and sometimes that's just dumb.
Yes, I don't disagree. But sometimes people are stubborn. Sometimes people want things. Sometimes people are rude and have ulterior motives. You can't control that, unfortunately.
We have 3 different parties in the city, all trying to do the exact same thing, and none of them are actually doing it. And we're not even doing it.
Welcome to politics.
Mr. Soltris, I hate to say it. They may be trying to accomplish the same goals, but not for the same reasons. People want what they want, not necessarily what is in the interest of others. Sadly.
Richard the Brave comes over to Alex, leans down, gets on one knee.
It's approximately eye level.
Right
Puts
around.
hand on shoulder. Gets tough sometimes. It's never very simple. But you can't let your judgment be clouded by the confusing mess of what's going on around you. Sometimes you just have to ask yourself, what do you want?
She'll look down and start to get a little watery-eyed for a second. Because, she's been asked what does she want basically 3 times in a row.
Doesn't need to be grand or big.
She's gonna look up slightly, but walk over to Whiskey and just before he can do anything, just put both of her arms around her, or around him, and
Around him.
around him.
Trans whiskey?
Trans
Trans Whiskey.
Okay.
He's got the exact same top on, so it's just just put both of her arms around him and just like not crying but watery-eyed just in his shoulder. I just don't want to lose anybody, and I don't care what that costs.
Well,
His expression softens a lot and he'll hug her back.
I'm sorry I didn't listen to you, but if it was both of us make it out or both of us die, I would have been fine with that.
Alex, you've got a whole lot more of your head than I do. And frankly, you add a lot more to all this than I do, so Suppose we're at a bit of an impasse there. Don't know how to rectify.
I don't think you know how much you contribute to this. It might be a lot more than you think.
Whiskey, what is it that you want?
I'm not really sure.
It's important questions to ask. Even if we don't all want the same thing, it's important to know what we want can connect to each other. My goals are simple. I just love magic and want to learn more. And I'll happily do whatever, follow whatever path leads me to more of it. And Alex, you seem to be a great guide for that.
Edium, what about you? What do you want?
Well, like I said, I'm traveling in for Master Scribe and Mistress Solstice, chronicling their tales, ostensibly along there with us, or with the rest of yours as well. So, I'm here if they're here.
Crow?
My reasons have always been the same as we met. To find the source from the undead and cleanse it, and let the dead rest as they should.
Trill, what about you? What do you want?
I want nothing more than to do my job.
What's that?
Do what I'm told. I was told to investigate the going-ons inside the city.
What happens if you
Look,
if you find out the people you are listening to are bad? You're just gonna keep following them?
Depends. Depends on a lot of things. I'll make that decision when I get there. Besides, I don't have any interest doing anything else right now than what I'm doing. If it's not just because it's for orders, I want to know what's happening. So I'll just keep doing what I was told to do. Something comes up that makes me feel so strongly against what I originally believed, then maybe I'll change. We'll see.
Just doing what you're told until you see something better. There's some reason to do differently.
That's right.
That's
That's how I've always lived. That's how I'll continue to live. Hard to change an arrow's flight once it's already been loosed.
look, I know that, you and the rest of me and the rest of you have had some troubles. I know all of you don't necessarily trust me. But if you want to survive this, whatever the hell this is, whatever the hell's going on, you need to be honest and open with each other and not lash out. You all are so busy tearing at each other's throats that you barely notice what's going on around you. You don't need to want the same things. But if you just want to escape this city alive and move on with your life, then you're going to need to work together. For at least now. You don't have to like each other. But let's try not to be mean to each other, shall we? There's stuff going on. People we can't trust, information that contradicts. If we're contradicting with ourselves, then we'll never figure out what's going on.
Okay. So then, let's come up with a plan.
I look up at Whiskey, who I'm now next to, and I shoot him a smile. Does he smile back? Here's a smile invitation. Do you accept?
He's for you.
Sends virtual
Smiles.
hug. Are you gonna? Do you receive?
You gonna respond?
I need to think about this. There's
You
a
have to think
lot
about
of
that
shit.
smile.
You have 10
I-
seconds. You have 10 seconds to make a decision.
Fuck.
8, 7, 6.
Yeah, he'll smile back. It's just I went down a very deep rabbit hole of whiskey thoughts just now and got snapped back to reality very quickly, and I had to readjust.
There goes gravity.
Oops,
There we
there's
go.
gravity. And I
Someone
sum over.
Oh, fuck.
Look,
Yeah, he'll
we know
smile back.
that
He
we
will.
can. He'll smile back. Isn't that nice? Look,
Somberly.
Trill has informed us that people he can trust are coming back later today.
Hmm.
Nightfall, correct?
Correct.
Well then, we just all need to put a little trust in Trill. And we need to group up with these people when they get here.
I feel the strongest about aligning ourselves with the Suns. I put in quotes. I don't know about the rest of y'all. You seem the most grounded. No lofty goals, no
I
high
want to.
power.
You want to put a pin in that until we actually speak to someone of power.
I suppose that's true.
We don't know their goals. We don't know what they're aiming for. We've only been told one side of the story of someone who apparently is not a big operator or not important enough to be rescued.
I'm trusted enough to rescue themselves. That's also an option. But I do see what you mean.
Once we find out more, or at least what they're willing to give us, whether a lie or not, we can base our judgment whether we want to side with the Suns.
Do we know for sure that someone or some group is attracting zombies here, undead here?
Well, all we know is the hand is blaming the Suns for bringing them to us, but the Suns are countering it, saying that they're actually warding against it. So
And
all we can do is find someone who can make these wards and try to figure out whether or not they are action wards.
I
They have
don't know if
Do
it's
they have
super
a magic-
relevant, but I think it might be a little relevant. What the church, what the church said about the government taking advantage of the situation. Maybe they
That
would
is
have
another thing.
reason to inspire the horde or call out the horde, bring them here.
I don't know
I
about
think
the
it's much of a
horde.
stretch,
He
but
was
at the
he
very
was
least,
more
they're
so saying, I'm not sure about the horde, but he was more saying that the governess was taking advantage of everybody, of the chaos, in order to frame the church as the reason for everything that's happening.
Essentially, the Sons are blaming, not the Sons, the Burning Hand is blaming the Sons for everything, and the government is blaming the Burning Hands. Not for everything, but for power's sake, I guess.
Well, the Burning Hand's also blaming the government too.
not really
Well,
blaming the
Burning-
government as much as just
The
accusing them
Burning
of taking
Hand,
advantage of
the
the
Burning
situation.
Hand, the Burning Hand, the government is more so blaming the Burning Hand for the murder within the fortress, as well as, actually, I'm not sure if they're quite blaming the Burning Hand for the explosion that went off, but at least for the murder in the fortress, they're blaming the Burning Hand. The headmaster says that the governess merely wants to get rid of them because she doesn't like them. That's why she's blaming them. The
Maybe the murder will tell us a little bit more. Joe, do you know who was murdered?
I haven't been inside the fortress since. I've not gotten any word in or out.
Right.
It's been on lockdown.
'Cause if we can find out who was killed, if anyone was killed, we can find out why they were killed and who would want to do that.
But we've discussed this. The murderer is a ghost. We have no idea where they are or how to find them.
That is possible. Again, that's not off of any government information. That's off of a separate informant I have. They've been fairly reliable on information so far, but this could be a rumor that just hasn't happened to fit true.
Well, I still think no matter what, we'll learn a lot more about the killer if we know who was killed.
Does
So do you
anyone
want to break into the fortress?
Not break in, just find intel about it or sneak in. I mean, we're not gonna. I don't plan on causing a ruckus, but if we can just find out who was killed, that might be the next clue.
Before we do that, does anyone have the ability to? I guess I should say, does anyone have the ability to inspect magic and figure out its purpose?
I look at
That
school.
is to say, if you were to look at the symbols the Sons are placing, would you be able to tell what they're for?
I could try my hand. It's magic I haven't seen before. It'd be a little bit more challenging. But
Especially if it's
Right.
innate.
I know the general location of one of them. My book was taken with our stuff, so I don't know the exact location right now. But I have a bit of a memory of where it is. We can at least possibly prove a fact about these symbols first, and that might give us a bit more information to lean to on who might be telling the truth in this scenario.
that's fair.
So we do some
Find out of the
investigating on our
information we've
own
heard before.
without, being told maybe lies all the time by everyone.
Alex, you are so pure.
What?
It seems
The fact
kinda-
that you, I guess naive would probably be a better word. The fact that you would even assume that most people wouldn't lie to you. Very naive.
You
Looks
shouldn't.
over at Richard.
You shouldn't confuse a good heart with naivety.
It's okay to assume the best in people. I can understand that. Hell, I have to do that with the governess right now, considering where I stand. I have to assume that everything that's been going on isn't set up, because the headmaster could be right. She could be framing everything, but I have to assume not, and that's on the assumption she has a good heart. But I find it's always safer to assume, especially when you don't know someone. It's always safer to assume there's likely a lie somewhere. I'm gonna go see if there's an easy way to get the rest. Yeah,
Well,
and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna go
What?
walk
say it again, Tyler.
You're,
You
Yeah,
like
please.
cut out a bunch.
out. I'm going to go see if there's an easy way to get to the roofs from here. And he walks out.
you go to walk to the ladder and you put your hand on the ladder, getting ready to get out, and then you just everyone in the room hears as the trapdoor above you is opened, slamming against the wall above, and Trill, you look up and see just a big chest over your head.
Ah, okay. He's gonna try to jump back before he gets slammed on his head.
And yeah, he jumps back, and then just a metal reinforced chest is just dropped on the ground where Trill was standing. And then the hatch closes.
I guess that was
Guess there's
Titan.
our stuff.
Yeah.
I open the chest, yeah.
You might be surprised to notice that it's an assortment of all your stuff.
Dude,
a
you
bomb.
scared me.
Yeah.
A psycho bomb, Gord.
A
Psycho
bomb. No, it's all your stuff.
You might be surprised to
Nice.
find out it explodes.
That would be surprising.
That would be surprising.
You open it all of a
That'd
sudden.
be very surprising.
Nice.
Um,
Alright, I
yeah.
guess Joe starts putting her armor on.
I put my
I'll begin my multiple minute dawning.
Yeah,
Yeah.
multiple minute armor.
Eddie fumbles around with his jacket for a minute.
Trill will put his armor and his cloak on.
Yo, we're suiting up. Let's go. Suit up team.
Whiskey
Oh,
and
wait.
Squall just T-posing.
It's-
There is one notable exception to the
Oh,
items
how
that were there.
No.
No, don't worry about it.
Oh.
Dro,
Fuck here, Ben.
Yeah.
the potion that Alex bought at Zimzam's Magic
Oh.
Emporium that you
No.
confiscated is not there.
It's
No!
not there.
No.
Nope. Alex is never getting that back.
That is the only item that anyone seems to be missing.
I definitely didn't notice, but oh no.
What a waste of gold.
Oh. Not worried about the gold. I'm worried about. I wanted to be a bird.
It's not a bird potion. It looked completely different.
The bird potion didn't exactly look like it was going to turn me into a bird.
Yes, but it looks different, so it doesn't do the same thing.
That's okay.
D&D logic.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I have my funny book.
Of course, the blue potion's not going to heal you. It's blue.
But yeah, you have all your stuff. You take your time suiting up.
Yay! My AC is back up.
Alright. Yeah, same. Let's go.
Woo, yeah.
Phil, you have the book that has the exact locations of the symbols that you were looking for.
Exactly.
What?
Said, oh, I was talking to the group. Now I know exactly where we're going. Everyone ready to go?
Oh, we're all going?
Well,
Might
there's
as well.
at least two of us
Well,
coming
well.
with me.
Shouldn't we wait to talk to the leaders of this group?
I think we kind of need a
Well.
home base again.
If
Some of us can wait.
guess if he wanted to talk, he would have came down.
Might be able to talk to him on the way out.
Alright.
We'll see if he's up there.
I wave by at the carpets.
You wave bye to
They
the
are
carpets.
very special.
Yeah, I assume they can maybe see through it or something. They're like,
Yeah, you wave
"Bye,"
wave
and I
goodbye.
walk on up.
All those people that he was lying to us about not being there.
Yeah.
Who knows? Is everyone ascending?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
If everyone is ascending, then Whiskey's gonna gesture for Alex to wait a second.
I'll wait a second.
Alex waits a second. Everyone else
Because-
ascends. You please do that.
Just once everyone kind of like ascends up, she's gonna be like, Alex, I had to think about it for a little bit, but ultimately, a lot of my life has been a bit of a waste, and I want to do something important while I'm still around. Clearing out the marshes seems like it could be a lot of good. I've seen a lot of people lose their lives to those creatures. But at the end of the day, I'm not okay with other people losing their lives for my sake. Especially when you're young enough to be my daughter. So just for my sake, I'm agile. I can get out of places. If I try to help you get out of somewhere, I need you to listen to me.
I'm thinking.
You're allowed to think. Yes.
Well, think fast, idiot.
Think faster though.
Do you remember what I said I wanted to be, Whiskey?
Great adventure?
I don't think a great adventurer would let their friend die. If you do die, or if you have to go and do whatever you need to do, that's one thing. But if I watch you, and I know that I still have breath in my lungs, I still have my heart beating, and I could have done something to help you, how am I supposed to be a great adventurer? If you want to do something great, Whiskey, help us clear these marshes. Do that, and you'll have saved the world with us. And if you don't make it that far, that's okay. If you die somewhere along the way, if you have to stop, that's fine. But don't settle for less than a full life. One where you've done absolutely everything you can do. And you've still got a lot in you.
Shit. Look, just don't get yourself killed, alright? You're gonna kind of like lightly tap her on the shoulder and start climbing the ladder.
When Alex is alone in the room, she's gonna just
Set
like
off a bomb.
she's gonna set up a bomb and kill everyone that
she's-
was hiding behind the curtains.
Yeah, no, she just blows. She
No,
just
what do you
blows
do?
up.
So she's by herself. She like smiles for a second, and she looks up and she's like, "I think I just did a cool hero thing."
God damn it.
And then I climb the
Upstairs.
ladder.
Upstairs.
Alex. Wholesome Alex.
Upstairs, you are greeted with an absolutely massive tiefling individual.
I didn't know where it was
Are they
going.
taller than Joe?
Oh, yes, they are. They are ripped as all to shreds. They are
Is he hot?
massive.
Oh no!
Do you think he's hot?
I don't know. I haven't seen him yet.
He's a tiefling. Is he hot?
Is he hot?
Covered in battle scars?
Dang. What's he wearing?
Very little.
Oh
No.
man.
Oh my god!
Basically
dude.
just
Oh, that's hot.
Go on.
basically just like ripped up pants is what he's
Oh
wearing.
man. Is he
That
sweaty
dude's
after
getting
his
up on
adventure?
It doesn't even look it.
Huh. I don't know if that's better or worse.
Who knows? He's very tall. He's not that much taller than Joe, but he is a massive figure. It does not look like he could fit down that hole.
Oh, that's why. That's why he couldn't come down.
Oh, that explains it.
Just looks at you, just eyeing you people. Just
What's his
not
demeanor?
necessarily a glare,
Yeah.
but
Is he cheerful? Is he straight faced? No.
no, he's looking at you like you're. He's looking at you all like he's sort of kind of a waste of his time.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah.
Get a load
Yeah,
of this
just looking
guy.
at you.
Man,
Yeah.
that is so hot.
Yeah, dude.
And that's
Ignore me some more.
Just ignore me.
Yeah, what
Pretty
if
much
what
Joe's
is
looking at him.
He means me with his eyes. It's so hot.
Yeah.
what
The more
one of
this
his
guy
horns is
ignores me, the
broken?
more I pursue.
I can fix him. I keep thinking. I could fix him.
Yeah, I could fix him.
Just looking at you.
I am detecting rush of
Yeah.
Rush of
Alex and Whiskey come up the ladder a minute later. Just staring at you guys.
Sup?
Ooh,
Trying to look super cool. Sup?
So,
is he stopping us for something?
No, he's just
Hmm.
big.
He's just
Fine.
standing there.
take it, you'll tighten.
Just grunts.
Grunts.
Grunts and like
Bro, this
grunts
guy's
and,
not
like,
even literate.
affirmation. Yeah. Much
Thank
deeper.
Mm,
Much.
Boy,
The testosterone flowing through this guy's veins.
I think we all
massive.
truly appreciate that, right?
Did Whiskey have anything in the box at all?
Does Whiskey have anything in his inventory?
I don't.
Because if you don't, then you didn't.
You also had nothing on the weapon
Whiskey.
rack.
Whiskey had a shovel.
Yeah, he has like
Anything in your inventory was in that box.
Gotcha. Okay, cool.
What do you have?
His
A shovel?
clothes- He has a banjo.
Yes, a banjo.
banjo.
Hiding that from me this entire
a water
time.
skin.
that's awesome.
Wow.
He
I'll
has
never
a magic belt that he doesn't know what it does.
If only someone
Yes.
could.
Yeah,
at
someone
that.
does. He doesn't. And he's too embarrassed to bring it up because of what happened. So he doesn't want to ask.
Is he wearing it?
No, he just has it like in his backpack. He doesn't want to bring it up because he's embarrassed about it.
I like how no one's
Yeah.
asking what happened to that belt.
Man, that's not Joe's problem.
Yeah, that's the scene you have in front of you. Yeah, you're all just standing there in this room. He's standing there looking
Let's
at
stay
you
a
all.
little longer.
Yeah, and Joe's just staring at him too.
Alright. We gonna get certain or
Ben, did you think that we would be so awestruck with this guy?
Right.
So,
Let's
I'm
go
not,
find
like,
those.
Joe's not awestruck.
Let's go find these runes or whatever.
Or whatever.
Trill, just walk past. I'm not gonna do anything. Just walk past.
No, he doesn't care.
I don't
Unless
care.
you pass. Doesn't care. He's just standing there to the side. He's not even blocking your path.
When Alex walks past, she doesn't stop looking at him.
I was gonna say that's what
He's
Squall's
so
gonna do.
big.
Just staring at him as he walks by.
Are you gonna walk past, like, keep staring at him and mumbling like anime schoolgirls?
No,
Like,
no,
mumbling.
no. Alex is not an anime schoolgirl, and she'll Eldritch Blast anyone that says otherwise.
Alex is an anime character. She's not an anime schoolgirl. Get it right.
She's a shonen protagonist.
She's this very large figure. You know,
He's an isekai protagonist.
this 8.5 foot tall,
Oh man.
Man. very wide shoulders. He just, as soon as you start looking at him, he just like turns the other way.
Fine by me.
More to see.
Yeah.
This Alex.
He just turns his
yeah.
head the other way.
Is his back as big as his front?
No, he doesn't turn the other way entirely. Just like he stops looking in your direction.
Oh.
Both you and Squalls.
Alex looking respectively. Sorry, respectively.
This is incredibly unrespectful, though.
This is very rude.
I'm not being subtle.
Just grumbling. He's just grumbling under his breath. You can't.
Alex walks up and just starts rubbing his ass.
This is
It
weird.
doesn't
Oh my god.
breaks your neck. Alex is dead.
Yeah. I could.
It's incredibly
You-
fast too. He just
You all walk onto the streets,
Yeah, we.
and they're very calm. There doesn't seem to be very many people walking around.
What time is it?
It's getting later in the afternoon.
We're in the latter half of the afternoon segment.
We're not doing a segment right now.
No.
L.
No segments.
But it is later. It is later in the
Segment.
day.
Had there been
You-
a segment, would this be the latter half of it?
It's been. You think it's a couple hours until sundown at this point?
Well, I guess
Alright, I
go,
should get a move
go
on.
find the runes, yeah. We're not exactly like a non-suspicious looking group.
Yeah. Trail leading you all through with the exact locations, pinned down, is able to lead you to ones that he has identified. Eventually, maybe a 20-minute walk. You're eventually able to get there. And again, throughout the walk, it seems very calm. There's not many people going around. There's obviously still people. It's not like they've all just up and disappeared, but it doesn't seem that they're going about in the city.
What
Do you look nervous?
Yes.
Okay.
what like tier of the city are we in?
So you're in the business and you're moving into residential. So you're moving into the outer ring of the city.
Okay. And this in the residential is where we're gonna find the first rune, or the rune that we're gonna.
The runes, yeah.
Yeah.
That's where they've all been found so far. But you're eventually taken down this labyrinthine alleyways and pathways between buildings until you are able to find one of these etched into the side of a house or some sort of building. The same circular with an almost R-shaped symbol on the inside.
There you go. This is one of them.
There's one of them. All right.
Just standing in front of this squall, and anyone who is more attuned with magic, it is powerful. You can feel power radiating from this
Certainly.
without even
smell-
inspecting it.
Well, I think I will inspect it though.
Okay, well, make me an Arcana check.
I still
tell
have that
me.
-1 from.
You still have that -1.
exhaustion.
Yes.
Well, in that case, it'll be a 19.
Okay. You know, from just looking at something, you're never able to identify, without some more context to it, you're never able to identify the exact purpose of a thing.
Mhm.
But you're able, with your knowledge of magic, your study, and your understanding, you're able to get some of, you're almost 100% certain that the strong magic you're feeling is all evocation magic. So, you've studied, you know what that means. Maybe Luke doesn't, but Squall knows. Squall knows that evocation magic is typically related to magical blasts. It's almost magic in its purest form. Very little control and manipulation of what it's trying to do. Elemental attacks, energy-based attacks, typically evocation magic.
This seems to be a little bit more akin to evocation magic, from what I can tell. Not really
What does that?
something
what does
to
that mean?
ward off, from what I can tell. That would be more along the lines of enchantment.
So
Doesn't seem quite right.
so what would this be used for?
Well, more often, this kind of magic is used for creating blasts or attacks. It's very.
Could you say theoretically? It could be made to be a bomb.
I take a step back from it.
Perhaps something of the sort.
Wow.
Someone may
So
be being lied to.
why would the Suns be making bombs as wards?
Either they know something about magic I don't, or they have a different plan than what was the guy's name?
Karthus.
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 Than what Karthus knows. Or at least what he was letting on. It doesn't seem to be in any way attracting the horde.
Unless this, I don't know how this one works, but
Yeah, you don't.
just saying this is. Wait, what'd you say?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't. After you said, I don't know how this works, he said, yeah, you don't.
Average wizard moment.
Yeah. So, just throwing it out there, do you think the zombie creatures could be attracted to powerful magic?
I suppose that's a possibility. That
Would Joe
require
know
more
this?
knowledge of them, not of the magic.
Joe, roll me a religion check at disadvantage.
Alright. Got it, boss. Alright, so that is a 1 religion. 13.
Okay. So, attracted to magic. Honestly, from what you're aware of, they're not attracted to anything. They just kind of, like, for all of known existence, they've just kind of vibed in the swamps. Like, they've just stayed there. Like, as the numbers have, as time has moved on, the area that they affect has grown slowly, but it's not like they've gone after anything. They've probably overrun towns in the process of history, but from like what you understand, what you know is that they seem to just grow. The area that they affect just seems to grow at a very consistent rate. There hasn't been anything that you know of that has ever attracted them, but obviously there's something going on with a
Yeah.
horde just ejecting from the mass.
Yeah. No. If they are, it is unprecedented. The undead mass that's in this swamp are not really attracted to anything. They just destroy whatever they come in contact with as they grow in numbers. irregularly. It's more of a disease than it is a targeted attack.
More of a force in nature.
More like the anti of force, but sure.
More like the what force? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
Doesn't matter. Either way, now we have at least have an idea of what they're trying to do. Now we don't know exactly what they're trying to do, but they're at least planting bombs around the city.
Are there any actual words?
We don't know.
Okay.
We could check a few more.
Well, Alex does bring up a good point. Maybe we could look for another one of these and see if they're the same one.
I
Maybe this is
believe
just a precaution.
I believe I have the location of a second one. Right, Ben?
Yeah, I believe
Hey.
you got the location of multiple of them.
Yeah.
But in case all of these are evocation, like school was calling it, are there any like city made or Burning Hand made ones that we know are wards, so we can look at them and make sure? Maybe this is just how they make them.
That I'm aware of, but I've never thought of it.
I don't believe there are any words that can.
They said that this
Repel
was
the undead.
specifically tiefling magic.
Well, it could have been a lie, and that
Oh.
is simply just putting a way to cover up what their true intentions are. Maybe this is tiefling magic, but it's not a ward,
It doesn't look to
or at
be.
least not the ward that we think it is.
If it's a bomb of some
Yes.
sort, as we're assuming, maybe we should tell someone.
And
Raise a good point.
well, who can we really tell? Both the guards and the Burning Hand are currently fighting.
We
Well, I
can.
think
Depending,
As long
no
as-
matter what happens, if either the guards or the hands win, there's just there's less people now.
When. Hold up. What's his name? When Jannar and his group return, their mage might be able to tell us more about this than we can find.
When are they supposed to return?
Tonight.
Alright.
Oh,
Do you think we have enough time to look at one more before we're going to meet them, or should we right now?
you have
It's,
time.
it's
You've got
late
time.
afternoon. We have plenty of time.
Okay. Then let's go look for one more, just to be
Yeah.
making sure that this is not just a one.
Trill's able to lead you to some other runes. Without, like, you don't need to inspect it, Squall, because you're getting the same feeling from this symbol as well. The same magical energy seems to be radiating from this one as well.
this one's the same.
Ben.
I can't
Alright.
tell anything different.
So, a ring of bomb. So I'm aware it covers about half the city. If they're out now making work, trying to place more. Ben, do I have an idea of how long I might think it would take for them to finish the other half of the city?
You can make. Huh. Let me think about this.
Stumped him.
We did
Yes, that-
Okay, well, you stumped me. I'm just gonna off myself now.
No.
Oh no!
But we have to keep running the
Oh,
campaign.
I thought he was going to do something to my
you know.
character.
No, no,
Rafi,
no.
Sounds like you're gonna have to take the.
You can make an investigation
Uh,
check. Sort of,
-1 to it.
Yeah,
Uh,
-1.
16.
16. You think that with the progress that you've seen and the progress that you've heard of, you might not have more than a day or two.
Okay. Well, if they're planning something big and they're waiting till they finish placing these around the whole city, we have a couple days till. We'll have at least a day, probably, till they finish placing them. Unless, of course, they're working faster than they were before.
Right. That means by tomorrow night they'll be finished.
At the
We have
least,
it
it might take maybe a little more, but I assume a day is probably a good metric to keep.
Right.
So we go meet up with Tro's friends.
We have time. I want to run by. I want to go look at the fortress first before we head there. I want to see if I can figure out anything, if they're still on lockdown, see what's going on.
You think, you think, Trill, you think you have enough time to get to the fort, maybe spend a little bit of time looking around? 10, 20, half an hour at most. And then you can get back and, it should be around nightfall by that point, and that's when
I don't really
they were
want to
supposed to
spend.
arrive.
I don't want to spend a shit ton of time just like looking or like even thinking about ways to sneak in too much. Just more so want to see what's happening around there and
Yep.
see if I can maybe talk to one of the guards right outside the gate to see if there's any information that came out.
Sure. Yeah. You could
Trill,
definitely
where
have
should
time
we
for
meet
that.
up? If you're gonna go.
Meet me. They left through the gate we came in at, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Meet me at the gate we entered the city at. I'll pull out my map just in case it pointed out.
Okay. Just stay hidden. You're getting awfully close to the cathedral and the battleground. Make sure you're not spotted.
I hopefully shouldn't have to worry about that. And with that, I'll be off.
You'll be
All right.
off.
All right, everyone, let's get moving. Squall, as we move, theoretically, what would happen if we try to destroy the board?
Should I roll a check to know?
Yeah. Why don't you roll me an Arcana check for that?
Roll Arcana? Alright. That'll be a 14.
Okay. So, destroying a rune like this, destroying whatever this is, it seems what you think would happen is if you tried to destroy it using mundane techniques, you think it would release the magic in an uncontrolled fashion. You would probably need someone to a wizard or a magic user of some sort to intentionally dispel the magic. You could not just come over and try to destroy it
We just set it
manually.
off, it seems.
Yeah, it would just. You think it would just set it off if you try to. Whatever this is supposed to do, you think it would activate the magical effect in a more chaotic way if you tried to destroy it.
From what I can understand, I think if we were to attack them, it would just make them release.
Mhm.
Not in as coordinated a way as maybe they're intended to, but definitely far more dangerous. We wanted to try and get rid of them. Definitely take a
That's what.
wizard who knew how to dispel them and take in the magic.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Could it be possible to move it? And by move it, I mean move the wall that it's attached to,
Can
without
I
it
roll again?
activating.
No, you could. If you move this wall, then the symbol, the magic would move with it.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's simple enough. It's inscribed on this surface. If the surface were to move, then so would the symbol.
Yeah.
You know,
So
assuming we don't
same
meme
as
it up.
Yeah.
same as like a bomb per se, or you just move it.
Okay,
The wall included, yeah. The symbol
good to
moves,
know.
the magic moves with it.
It's good to know. It's just in case just coming up with ideas, just in case the wizard not able to dispel all of them. We need a way to remove it from the city itself. I don't know how big their blast radius is or whatnot, but might as well try, I guess.
I'm just assuming the best, but I can't help but feel like there's something else going on here. I don't think I can't wrap my head around them just placing bombs around the city.
Oh, well,
Seems so uncoordinated.
it wouldn't be smart just to go up to them and ask, "Hey, why are there bombs around the city?"
No, but I don't know. Some way to find more about what they tend to do with the magic. How it's supposed to be worked. If they're dishonest, then of course we know something's up. But
And us calling it out
there's
doesn't really give us any leverage to make them stop doing it.
Nope.
no.
Will give us incentives to silence us since we know too much. If we don't play along with whatever they have planned.
Well, what is this group? Everyone except for Cho. What are they doing? You're getting a move on. Where are you going?
The gate.
Yes.
The
What?
gay?
Yes, the gays. We're going to the gays.
gate with a T.
The gate. You're going to the gate. Okay.
Like
You
the
still
gate of the
have
city?
time. Yeah, you still have time before you have to meet him. Are you just gonna wait there?
Mm. I guess
Because he
so.
has to run to the center of the city and then run back.
I guess Joe would just talk to Galen for a little bit. Talk to him a little bit.
Sure.
I would like to recruit Alex to help me. I guess we don't know. Do we have the book with the symbol? I forget. I guess Trillette just left with it, right?
Yeah, Chill just left with it.
Mm. On our way towards to take like a couple like different little offshoots, see if we can find like a symbol real quick.
Yeah, sure. Can you roll me a perception check with disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Yep.
All right. That will be a 4.
Yeah, you're looking around. You're going down random pathways and alleyways that you don't find any.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if you didn't see them or they just weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else going to go anywhere, or is everyone else just going to go to the gate?
And go to the
Whiskey will go to
Oh,
the
we're gonna
gate.
go-
The gate.
Okay. Trill, you're running off. You eventually are able to reach the fortress, and you do. When you enter the noble district, it's a lot calmer than it was before. You don't hear the sounds of battle. There does still seem to be a very high intensity of guards, but no active signs of conflict going on at the moment.
Gates still closed.
As you approach the fortress, you are surprised to see that the gate is open.
We'll go to the first, guard, like one of the gatekeepers.
Sure. You go. Yeah, you can definitely see a gatekeeper, and you go over to them.
Why have the gates been opened?
You've seen this guy twice before. Oh, we got an order in a couple hours ago. Mystery solved.
Who was the killer? Hello?
They got Ben.
They got
the
Ben.
feds
Ben was
got
just
Ben.
about to say who did it, and then they got him.
Literally,
Ben's ops got him. So sad. Oh,
He was just about to snitch.
he really was just about
This
to
is what we call a
snip.
cliffhanger. boys.
Dude, this
Yeah.
is such a. What if it ends?
I'm here.
Yeah, it's such a
It crapped itself for some reason. For a second, Discord crapped itself more accurately.
Ben, tell us who did it.
Sorry. Yep. We just got an order in about an hour ago. Yep. Found out who did it.
don't know who did it. Is that what you said?
Oh, we found out who did it. Mystery solved.
And who was the killer?
Not exactly certain as to the exact person, but it's someone. It was some infiltrator, assassin paid off by the Burning Hand.
All right, good to know. I suppose I'll have to go see the governor soon. Thank you. What ended up happening with the fighting? Did we apprehend the Burning Hand?
Aye, sir. Their forces have been detained.
Where are they being held?
Some of them are being held in the cathedral, and some of them are being taken back here, sir. We're still rounding up the last of them. There's still some pockets of resistance around the city, but they've all been subdued from what I've heard.
All right, good to know. Thank you. And take
problem,
that
sir.
and fucking run. Take that and leave.
Run back. Approaching the group as we're waiting at the gate.
Well, court's open now.
Oh,
They
catch the killer?
an assassin sent by the Burning Hand, according to the order sent out by the government.
Did you know who was killed?
No. That makes sense why they were be trying to fight Burning Hand. Is the fight over?
Well, sorry, what'd you say was the last part?
Is the fighting over?
Yes, the gods have apprehended most, if not all, of the Burning Hand members, some of which are being held in the cathedral, others being brought to the fort now. So it looks like that sorted itself out for now, at least partially. Still need to figure out what these symbols are about, though.
Well, we could talk to the group and maybe discern more, find more information. Maybe figure out what to do next, because if that's one problem solved, at least we still have the Suns to deal with.
Which, for all we know, might not be an issue. We'll see. We'll see what this other mage has to say. We were told their names, right, Ben?
Yes.
Okay, I just don't remember. I mean, let me check and see. I don't think I have it in my notes, but I know Janah. That's about it.
That's fine. They introduced themselves before you even entered the city.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, I don't know their names. Okay. Well.
Fine.
Yeah. Suppose we'll just wait and see what happens.
Indeed.
As you
I'm
hear from above you, bells ringing from the gatehouse.
yeah.
The gate is slowly pulled open, and a procession of tired, battered soldiers, guardsmen from the city. It looks like you're familiar with the uniform. Slowly start to filter into the city.
Do we see our group of boys, our friends?
You do see your little group of friends. But your attention is pulled away from them as something you're familiar with. A sound that you are familiar with echoes through the city as another explosion rattles the area. This time, again coming from the Noble District. You're not entirely certain where, but fire and smoke pour out from the center of the city. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Let's go.
Oh, cool! It's our guys.
Goddamn
Boom!
Terrorists.
Bombing.
Yep, literal
As an
terrorist.
explosion right in the city, right
The
in the middle of the
cyclone bomb
army.
party.
Yeah, right in the
Your
middle
friends
of
are all dead.
So
I
right
was
in the
Thank
middle
you.
of the
expecting that.
party.
I was honestly like,
Thank you for tolerating and sticking around. You can
wait.
go fuck yourself.
Ew. Oh, no one say a word.